Thank you for tuning in. Joining us today is missionary Paul Nitz, who's going to talk to us about dialogue education. Missionary Nitz, can you explain for us exactly what is dialogue education?
It's actually a trademark. When you see it written, you have a TM after it, dialogue education. It was started by Jane Vella, who's an author. Most of the books written about it are written by Jane Vella. I learned about it first from a professor from Mequon who came to visit Malawi, and I was teaching a course on adult Bible study, and he suggested, why don't you look into Jane Vella?
Okay, so what are the benefits of using dialogue education in Bible study?
I think most learners in any situation resist or don't learn as well just from a lecture. And this gives a consistent way of designing a lesson and carrying out a lesson that is not just lecture.
Okay. Well, what are some of the challenges that a Bible study leader might face as they're trying to incorporate dialogue education into their study?
It's funny, the biggest challenge is probably from the learners. They're used to being taught in a certain way. They're used to receiving content and being passive or maybe even lazy in learning.
Okay.
And this actually asks them to engage and do work. And sometimes there's resistance with that. No, you should be telling us what the right answer is. Don't ask us to find it.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Is there any other things that you think that our leaders should know about dialogue education before they try to incorporate it themselves?
Well, it's a challenge. It's not easy. It's far easier just to prepare a lecture or a basic deliver content, ask a few questions. It's more difficult to design a good discussion, but it's well worth it. Ken Cherney, a professor at the seminary, is also interested in dialogue education, and he and I were talking once, and I was complaining because it was taking me so much time to prepare my classes using this dialogue education. And he made a good comment. He said, yeah, it takes a lot more time, but it's well worth it because you really feel learning is taking place.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us and helping explain a little bit more so that people can get as much as they can out of the Bible studies that they're leading. Thank you.